Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to another amazing episode with another amazing personality with us. My name is Maria. I'm Vice Principal and Podcaster at Rehan School, and you are watching this live session on my LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. So, without wasting time, let's continue our conversation. Today, our guest is very amazing, and I am telling about little introduction, then we introduce her in an amazing way. She is a podcaster, author, and CEO, I think, and her name is Andrea Mason. Thank you so much for your precious time. Please tell me and introduce yourself. How are you? How's your day?
Yes, I'm doing well. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Andrea Mason. As Maria has mentioned, I'm an author, a speaker, a coach, a trainer, as well as the CEO of my business, Press Play Plan Life According to You, LLC, and alumna of Les Brown. It's an honor, privilege, and pleasure to be here. Thank you.
You are multi talented. How you
Thank you.
manage all these professions and posts at a time?
I continue to show up and never give up. That's what the key is. Perseverance, passion, and persistency equals progress. Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. Please tell us these strategies and tips to me and my audience too.
Yes. So what it is you want to do something fun. You want to get up and be grateful and excited every single day. So if you're in a job or in a role in your life where you're not happy and you just feel like it's the hamster wheel of life, just going through the emotions, stop, pause, take a second and find out what it is that you love and tackle it head on. Take it small steps to figure out how you can achieve your passion. Back to you.
Thank you so much for giving us this amazing idea and suggestion. So, please, first of all, tell us, can you share your journey from victim to victorious? What was main turning point of your life?
Yes, Victim to Victorious is a bumpy story, but has an amazing ending or travel path this far. So I was an adoptee from an up and coming developing country in Colombia, South America. And my parents weren't able to care for themselves. So they put me up for adoption and I came to America as an infant, 11 pounds, 11 months old. And so, although I had the nurturing and unconditional love of my family, the world could be cruel, and it was. So I decided that I was going to take the path less traveled, and instead of going to vengeance, I lived a life of victory. I failed at everything, but I kept on being persistent and trying and doing my best. And in that, I became victorious, and I continue that path on this journey till today.
That's wonderful. What do you think? What were the biggest obstacles you faced in your transformation?
Biggest obstacles I face in my transformation is not letting the outside noise, not letting the individuals in my community and society define or dictate who I was. I didn't look like my peers. I was of Colombian, Latin American descent. And I just, even though I didn't have much history about it, I just found out who I am. I decided at an early age, I didn't want to be this, I didn't want to be that. And as I peeled away the layers, I became who I am today, authentic and always acting with integrity.
Thank you so much. That's so amazing. How did your experience shape your approach to personal development and coaching?
Yes, my experience was difficult. It was very lonely, but I was able to escape the stigmatisms of, the stereotypes and abuse and bullying. I decided to go into piano and I also went on the athletic field of soccer or football, if you call it in Europe. And it was just amazing because I was able to find a community, a support system that was there with me with the positives as well as lifting me up when I needed it.
That's amazing. You told me that you are an alumna of Les Brown. How did
Yes.
his mentorship impact your mindset and career?
Yes, Les Brown is an amazing man. Ladies and gentlemen, check his information out, all of his content. He remembers where he came from, and he's also a fellow adoptee. I connected with him at the change of the world 2020, and I've never looked back. Hindsight is 2020, and when I realized that all things could have went one way, he inspired me to dream big, and that's what makes me who I am today.
That's amazing. Now, please tell all of us, if you could go back and give advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Andrea, have patience, have faith. Everything is going to work out for you.
Amazing advice. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Now, please tell me, what role does resilience play in success? How can people cultivate it in their
Yes.
lives?
Yes. Resilience is a journey we must endure to learn how to love, to learn how to feel, to learn how to be our authentic self. If we resist something, then we are going against the grain of an ebb and flow lifestyle. It's our time to take the opportunity in our hands, find out what we love, find out who we want to be around, and make it great, because that is going to be the resilience, the energy, the frequency that has allowed us to move forward.
Thank you so much. Now, please tell me, in moment of especially self-doubt, what strategies do you use to regain confidence and motivation?
Self doubt is that fearful monster we endure when we're on social media or in the world. Why? Because we're constantly comparing ourselves to others. But, ladies and gentlemen, we don't know what they've invested in financially. We don't know what they sacrificed and suffering, and we don't know what they're going through and how they got there. Stop comparing yourself to others. Your path is your own journey. You're on it. If you want to pivot, pivot. If you want to stay the course, stay the course. Follow your heart, not the herd nor the hurt. For success and joyfulness are on the other side.
That's amazing idea, I think. What do you think about misconception people have about overcoming trauma and adversity?
Overcoming drama and adversity, I say, is if you stay in your past is going to chase you and live with you the rest of your life. You are not the person you were yesterday. You are not the person you were 10 years ago. You have evolved. So with every experience, you learn a new lesson. If you want to go forward, you're going to have to fail time and time again. Our life is not on our timeline or watch. So just keep pushing forward, because sooner or later, you're going to see that light and you're going to follow it towards success.
That's amazing idea and suggestion. Now tell me please, can you share a specific habit or practice that helped you to shift from victim to victorious mindset
Grat-
special?
Absolutely. Gratitude, attitude. Be grateful for everything we have. The greats say energy flows where focus goes. If you're going to worship worry, you're not going to worship wonder. You're not going to wonder what is in store for me. What if? Take your mindset on a path of positivity, because what's going to happen is you are going to move forward, and there's no such thing as perfection. It's just constant steps towards progression. So gratitude attitude is key, because if we focus on what we don't want, we're going to continue making sure that we don't get it. Back to you.
What is most valuable lesson you have learned from your failure?
Most valuable lesson I have learned from my failure is that nobody, or most people, don't see the vision, don't see the passion, and don't see the dream. They'll say to you, you've been doing this for decades and you haven't met your goal. Why are you doing this? So this vision is not for everyone. You're not here to help everyone. But somewhere, somehow, someone's listening, someone's watching. And that may be the momentum that you need every single day. Back to
I,
you.
tot- I totally agree with your point. How do you define empowerment? Why it is important in today's world?
Empowerment is important because we're doing a lot of enabling. We're helping people get stuck and stay stuck. We're feeling the sympathy route as opposed to the empathy. When you empower individuals, you're giving them that light in the darkness that you see that they may not be able to see. Have patience, meet them where they're at. Yes, at times, some people aren't ready to change. Some people feel comfortable in misery. Unfortunately, it's the truth. There's so much content out there, there's so much information, but it's up to the individual to make the choice. Everyone has a choice and a chance every single day to move forward and press play. Plan life according to you.
Yes, that's true. What are some biggest barriers that preventing people from stepping into power, in
The
your
big
opinion?
Yes, in my opinion, one of the biggest barriers is, as we mentioned earlier on, belief, confidence in themselves. Hey, I might not be savvy in technology. Hey, I might not know this industry that well. I may not know this individual. I may not know that. But again, as I mentioned before, we're focusing on the have nots than the information that we have. And what the beauty of it that I've personally endured was that the ability today to network with one another. I'm speaking to individuals all over the world. Yourself, you're on the other side of the world and you have a passion for connecting with individuals. You're very intelligent and you're very heartfelt in what you do. How beautiful is this connection where I can learn from you and you can learn from me? But one of the barriers that I see is that people don't want to take that first step. It's work. Well, change work into wonder, and then you can explore. Back to you.
Yes, that's so true. Now, please tell us what leadership qualities do you think are essential for guiding others through transformation?
Yes, to guide people to transformation in leadership, my personal preference is leaders who remember where they came from and understanding their community that they're serving. If the leaders of the world are not being mindful of the individuals that they are assisting, remembering where they came from, then it's going to be a dictatorship. And what we want is to understand one another, to respect one another, and to love one another. So why not start there? What was the reason you got into the role of leadership today, whether it's a teacher, a principal, a parent, a global influencer? What is that reason? Go back to that on a daily basis. Be grateful you've made it. And now ask yourself, how can I serve one another and others? Back to you.
That's amazing. How can individuals break free from limiting beliefs and restrictions?
Excellent question. Limiting beliefs and restrictions are the ghosts of our past because somewhere, somehow, somebody has told us we can't. Society tells us we're not able to. And the limiting beliefs may even be in our own families or our own support system. Tony Robbins, one of the top motivational speakers, along with my coach and mentor, Les Brown, says, when we ask the question, why me? Ask the other question, why not me? Because we are chosen individuals to really make an impact, and you were chosen for the path you're on. Understand your mission and passion and purpose and follow it, because those limiting beliefs of society or those individuals will continue to imprison you in your mind and in your life. And misery loves company, and that's where you will stay. Back to you.
Yes. What role does emotional intelligence play in our personal and professional success?
Emotional intelligence actually plays a significant role because what happens is our emotions rule us 90+% of the time. If you ever think of it, a lot of individuals still have the mentality to react to something as opposed to respond. Ask yourself, why is this affecting me? Why did that get me upset? Why did that get me angry? When we get to the root cause of why we do what we do, then we can make the transition and transformation to adjust it on learning how to respond as opposed to react. Back to you.
What inspired you to become heart-centered trailblazer? What does that mean to you?
I act with authenticity and show up with integrity. I remember where I came from. What you see is what you get. And if I'm unable to provide a service or a response, I will provide another individual that may have that answer for you. I remember where I came from because one of the biggest things in today's society is that there's a lot of scams, there's a lot of fraud, there's a lot of misinformation. And that's something I work diligently on a daily basis to refrain from giving to those people, my audience, my supporters, my family, my loved ones, and society. So, heart centered trailblazer is acting with integrity and authenticity no matter what. What does that mean? That I have my morals, ethics, and values in alignment and I do the right thing. Back to you.
That's wonderful. Thank you. How do you balance your personal growth with helping others transform their lives?
Yes, in order to have a life balance, we must be mentally balanced as well, making sure that we're getting rest, disciplined rest, structured rest. Because if we are exhausted, if we're malnourished, if we're not eating the proper foods, if we're not getting exercise, if we're not balanced in ourselves, then that's going to take our toll on how we work throughout the day. So again, start the day and end the day with gratitude attitude with all the gifts that we're given, and make sure you're doing your best. I know it's difficult, especially for those who work really hard and have a strong work ethic. Take breaks, eat healthy, and make sure you rest, and make sure you have the balance with family and your business or your school. Life is short and we can't waste any time. Back to you.
Yes, totally agree with your answer. Now, please tell me what is your ultimate goal for impact you want to create in the world?
Yes, the legacy and ultimate goal that I want to leave for everyone is being the face of change of mental health. Mental health does not have to be a stigmatism. Mental health, clearly in the clearly in the word mental health is having a healthy mindset. And what does that look like? I just did a blog today was talking about the comparison between mindful, FULL, versus mindful, being aware and cognizant of your surroundings and your emotions and well-being. Sometimes we have a mind full of toxicity, medication, unhealthy foods, unhealthy surroundings. But if we have the mindfulness, awareness of what makes us happy, healthy, and have compassion, then we will be able to be successful and well balanced. Back to you.
How do you handle moments when you feel like you are not making a difference?
Well, that happens a lot. And what I turn to is my support system. I make sure that the people and places and surroundings and in situations that I'm in are positive. The late, great Bob Proctor, one of the founders and participants of the book The Secret, he talks about dis-ease cannot withstand a healthy emotional mindset. And what that means is disease, a condition, or the body not being well or the mind not being well cannot withstand a healthy emotional mindset. So if you're able to be positive, if you're able to kind of look at things from a perspective that everything is working out for you, then you're less likely to have disease because you're not stuck in the past, you're not stuck in what you don't have, and you're not stuck in the condition. So that has helped me a lot. A strong support system, going into nature, and listening to music.
That's amazing. You are a life coach too.
Yes.
So please tell me, how do you help people who feel completely stuck in their lives with no hope?
Yes, I take it from a different approach. I meet people where they're at. I want to know, where are you ready? What do you want to do? What does your life look like? when you are happy? What do you want it to look like? Because a lot of individuals, and no fault of their own, they have this process that they have either done themselves or seen has worked. To each his own, by all means. But what I do is I get to the root cause. What is the understanding of the areas of improvement they want to work on their lives? What are they ready and willing to do? And do they have ideas of how they're going to do it? And I don't lead, I don't dictate, I just walk beside them every step of the way.
That's so wonderful. What is one thing society gets completely wrong about personal development?
Multitasking. You cannot be successful unless when you multitask. Why? Because you're not giving 100% of yourself. If I'm doing an interview like we are doing today, and I'm on my phone or attending to someone in the room, or eating something, I'm not giving you my undivided attention that you deserve. What society says in most relationships, in marriages, in businesses, it's 50-50. No, it's 100%, 100%. I want to give my best version of you when I show up, and I want to be authentic and act with integrity and be prepared. So multitask refrains from that. I'm not saying you can do multitasks in the day, but make sure you finish the first one before you go on to the next one. That is the step towards success.
That's amazing. What do you say to people who believe success is only for lucky ones?
They need to change their channel. They need to change their frequency. Because if you go to the stories of any successful individual, regardless of background, culture, age, gender, everybody starts at the starting line. Everybody starts with nothing or something. But what the beauty of it is, we're all given gifts. That's why it's so important for you to network with individuals in person, virtually, because the world puts us in this lens that there's good, bad, and indifferent. This region does this, that state does that. But if you have the opportunity to connect with someone like we're doing today, there's very thin line of differences. We're all part of humanity. And when we get to those core values and the root cause of why we do what we do, then that is going to help you understand that success and abundance can be for anyone. Back to you.
Totally agree with your answer. What are some real world challenges that no motivational speech can fully prepare people?
Real world challenges that no one can fully prepare for: failure. Failure happens every single moment. And we have to learn how to handle failure, because failure is a part of life. If you're not failing, they say you're not trying, you're not taking risks. You have to have the self-confidence and belief in yourself. And you have to have a strong support system. But if you fail, doesn't mean you stop doing it. You do it again, you do it again, you do it again. And every time that you fail, that's one avenue or one way of not doing something. And that can be applied to anything in this world.
What one small but powerful mindset shift that make a difference in someone's life?
If you're going through something right now, are you stuck? Are you not well? Do you feel lost in your family, lost in your community? Just know anything you've gone through gives you the right certification and opportunity to help others achieve it too. Look at your life. Look at where you are today. You've overcome a million things, no matter how big or how small. But what the beauty of that is, someone younger, someone on the other side of the world might be just going through it right now. And you can be that light in their darkness. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Please tell me what's best piece of advice you have ever received.
From my mentor, my friend, my coach, my kindred spirit, Les Brown. Other people's opinion does not have to become your reality. Stop comparing yourself. Stop focusing on the negative emojis. Stop focusing on the limited likes. Stop focusing on the negative comments. Embrace the positivity in the world. If we look towards the sun, not at the sun, but if we look towards the sun and all the good things in the life, then that darkness will be back in the shadows and you can persevere and move forward.
And that's amazing advice. How do you approach goal setting to ensure sustainable progress?
Goal setting, everybody kind of cringes. Oh my goodness, I have to put a goal into place. Well, that's how you see your vision. That's how you get to it. If you don't have goals every day, then you're just being busy as opposed to productive. No matter how big or small the goal is, even if it's, hey, you know what, today I'm going to wake up an hour early and I'm going to make my bed. That's a goal. A bigger goal, hey, I'm going to connect with someone and I'm going to travel to this destination by this month. Goals keep us on task, but what we have to be mindful is that goals may have interruptions of life's incidences and occurrences. But don't fail and it's like going onto a street without headlights at night. You don't know where you're going. Just take the first step and keep it simple. Back to you.
If you had to leave just one lesson behind for the future generation, what would it be?
One lesson that I would leave for the future generation is always show up, never give up. It's really important.
And that's true.
Yes.
What's one dream you are still working on achieving?
Yes, well, I had, if for those of you who don't know, I had the amazing honor and pleasure to meet with Rehan Awala this week. You can check it out on our pages. My goal is to travel the continents, to travel the world and shake hands with those who have supported me and support them. It's that interpersonal connection that brings us together that makes things better. So my goal is to get out there and travel the world and really make more global impact and influence.
Thank you so much for this appreciation.
Yes.
Now, please tell me what is one thing people misunderstood about you?
What people misunderstood about me is that life is easy, that I'm happy like this all the time, that, I have this amazing energy. I have my ups and downs. I do my best to share the frustrations and the struggles online, and that it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry, but it's a matter of managing your emotions, and a lot of people really during my journey didn't have a lot of belief in my dreams, didn't have, the vision that I did. And I was getting very frustrated. And I was just like, well, this vision isn't for you. And that's okay. You have your own vision. So the misconceptions that a lot of people have is that, I always see the positive in things. That doesn't happen all the time. There's times throughout the year of memoriams, of the passing of family and friends, the passing of, failures, but I keep showing up. I'm not going to give up. And that's something that a lot of people think that, when is she, she's probably going to throw in the towel. No, I'm going to follow my heart and not the herd. And I'm going to be successful regardless, with or without you. And that's okay.
Yes, no one in this world is perfect. Life is
Right.
not better process. Life is full
Right.
of challenges, and I
Yes.
think life is unpredictable.
Yes.
Every day is a new challenge.
Correct. Absolutely.
And now, please tell me if your life story were turned into a book or movie, what would the title?
Yes, well, it's funny you mentioned that because it is. This is my book, Victim to Victorious. It can be found on Amazon. And for those, I believe in Asia, you have to go to the UK site, Victim to Victorious, because not only have I endured and failed at everything in life, I went from, instead of living a life of vengeance, which was in the beginning, I went to turn it into victory. And in honor of my mom's name is Victoria, so she's part of my journey as well as my hero, my father, and I'm very grateful for that.
And I'm very grateful for you to give me your precious time. And I enjoyed this live session a lot. I hope our audience also learned from this session. So please give any one advice to our wonderful audience.
Yes. So if you've been watching me for some time, I give the opportunity of a mentorship or internship. So if you want to explore that opportunity, connect with me right here, AndreaMasons.com. I believe about paying it forward with credibility and visibility. We're not meant to travel this journey alone, but you have to be open and receptive to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I am again deeply grateful for you to give
Yes.
me your precious time. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Take
You're
care.
welcome.
See you soon.
Take care. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Your gift is your presence. Thank you. For time shall not be wasted. Be well.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Take care.
Allah Hafiz.